Buenos nachos, amigos, and welcome to Through the Tomes, where a group of understanding and patient and loving friends go on an adventure of Dungeons and Dragons, guided by their amateur DM, doing his first, cobbling together his first campaign, with the spit and duct tape and love and care of a bunch of pre-made modules and adventures and a little bit of filling in the gaps on my own as best as I can. I'm Petey Rave, your aforementioned amateur DM. Here with me is my party, my squad, my friends. We've got playing Wind and Summer, Daisy.
Hey everybody, Brett and I have been going through some time capsules, and I found a whole bunch of these cat cards where the cats are dressed up like little characters, like the poster that you used to be able to see behind Brett. Yeah.
Of the cat smoking a cigarette? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't find that one on a card, but a lot of them have like biker cats.
Carnation.
Cats with motorcycles and guitars seems to be the main theme. So
nice. Some cool cats. Cat stickers.
1983.
Well, hello, all you cats and kids.
Exactly. And of course, playing Toby Underwear, we've got Brett.
So you want to start out with your number 5 cup, 100% argon. It's 1 CFM. It's 1 amp per thousandth of an inch. And you start your arc, use some 2% serrated, and then you grab your Taki's Fuego and you just sort of dab. You sort of dab, and then that's how you do it.
Yes, exactly. We've got usually playing, but not at the start of the adventure. Playing Lucius and Arrow. We've got Matt.
I have a Lenovo Think Center powered by Ryzen. Got 6 cores, 12 threads on this baby. And I have another one here that I can't pick up because it's tethered. That one's an HP. And tonight I'm drinking a gin and tonic with Tumbleroot High Desert Gin from my Whataburger Lowball tumbler.
Oh wow!
Magnificent.
Yes.
Vacuum insulated.
Exactly.
Wow. The fact that there is anything that holds liquid that has a Whataburger logo on it that is smaller than 32 ounces confuses me. And I'm not even from Texas.
Exactly. Last but not least, playing Solero Italian, we've got Drew.
The only thing I've got near me is this, because it's not in my car anymore. Because I don't need it in my car anymore.
You did turn it in with your gun?
No. They don't. Actually, people sell these online for more than $100.
Wow.
Wow.
That sounds like
I don't
crimes
understand the implications, but I feel like it's not a good one.
No.
Make a costume, and break into someone's house. Hey, I'm here with the Geek
saw
Squad.
that episode of Silicon Valley.
You would think that it's maybe but Geek Squad memorabilia gets weirdly pricey sometimes on eBay, depending on what it is. It's not even.
How much are those Beetles going for?
It's weird. I don't know what they did with the old Beetles. I have no idea, because they got rid of all of them back in 2018. They switched the fleet out. They're all Priuses now.
Boo.
And all of the drivers in icy climates are not thrilled.
Oh no.
I can only imagine. We're here to D&D. Oh, I should mention, I had nothing special today. I'm just I didn't get around to getting any particularly interesting beers or anything. I do plan on having something for next week. But or at least next time. But I'm just having a nice Malta Hatuey. Just a classic. Had it before. So, and still, of course, opening it with my Luchador bottle opener.
Hell yeah.
Because, of course. There you go. Oh, yeah, I love a good matcha. It's just nice. Very sugary, but nice. It's sweet as hell. Yes, we're kind of wrapping up an adventure here in Dungeons and Dragons. Here on Through the Tomes. We're
gonna win Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes. We're wrapping up the Silver Tongue, which they to recap, they were sent on a they met up with a young nobleman's wife and asked to investigate what was happening with that nobleman named Midrin Justier. This is due to some erratic behavior. They tried following him. They failed the stealth check. They got jumped in an alley.
There's a lot of failure.
They instead found a flyer for a brothel. They went to the brothel. They didn't quite talk their way in, but were able to snoop and find out the password to get into the brothel. And got the information that they needed about who was going on, things about the owner, or who was working as a proprietor, and they went and invaded the warehouse with the help of a rampaging horse under Summer's command,
and magic from a pitchfork.
Yes, magic from a pitchfork. A pitchfork of horse command.
The name says it all.
Exactly. Yeah, and then they confronted the figure at the head of it, a red-skinned humanoid who was none too pleased of their boorish invasion, and tried to, sent his lackeys at them, attacking from behind his lackeys with his magic, transformed into a demon or devil, I should say, for the devilish form. And then, as the tide was turning against him, he vanished into thin air, or to likely another plane, not to be seen. They found some information about the whereabouts of where Midrin was being held. They went to some old ruins further outside of Port Damali. Defeated a scouting party. Went in, defeated a bunch of other goons and thugs. Confronted more people. Just ran waylaid all throughout there. Found Midrin, worse for wear, healed him up. Found some loot as well.
A shark.
Yes, a shark. They also found a shark. A shark that had gone washed into the building through an opening that was taking on water into the ruins. Yeah, and made their way out of that location. So a couple of housekeeping things. So the things that you found, the pieces, the splint mail, the 2 rings, and the handy haversack. So the 2 rings, you'll have to identify them, but I keep forgetting that the identify has a material cost. And I should.
It's a ritual. Well,
we can do I think it's material cost. As the time, but it still needs the material cost either way. So,
it's a pearl and an owl feather.
Yeah. So I think it's like
100 gold worth of a pearl.
Yeah. So.
Dang.
Good thing I know a good deal. When I find it, I'll find a 100 gold piece looking pearl for like 95. We'll be good. Just tracking down an owl. If I only had my friend who could turn into one.
Yeah. I would say you have. I think
roll the dice, Petey. Tell me how many owl feathers do I have?
No, I think right now what you'll have is I believe you can use your instrument as a focus, so that takes care of a lot of the components. I think I believe so that you can use your so that takes care of everything, but like the things that have like a money value.
Yeah.
And also, I shouldn't have. You also don't know what the spell scrolls are. I probably shouldn't have read up because, like, you would need to be that class to be able to read the spells. But
I don't know anything about that, but I can identify those have magic in them.
Yes.
Where did we find the scrolls again? Was that the library or in the treasure room?
It was the treasure. There was in one of the the quarters, you had the little reading area. It was like a little reading room, but that was an open hallway that led to personal quarters.
Oh, yeah.
One of the personal quarters at the end, which seems to be, I would say, it seems to be some a boss would be. Staying there. And it was, I believe, 3 spell scrolls.
I made a note that I found a sketchbook with lewd drawings.
Yes. Exactly. But yeah.
So I don't learn if I find a magic imbued object and I learn its properties and how to use them, like they have to be bardly in nature.
No, it would just be scrolls.
Just scrolls.
Like it had to be. I think that's the thing of
Because our scrolls are crafted. They're not enchanted.
Yeah, I believe so. Like it says. I looked it up, and it said you.
That sounds like something a DM would tell me, and I would say, yeah, that works.
Yeah, it's like you have to. If the spell is on your class spell list, but of a higher level. If the spell is on your class's spell list, you can read the scroll and cast its spell without providing any material components. Otherwise, the scroll is unintelligible.
Makes sense.
So actually, let me see. So as we look at these things, because they're mortals. Possession.
What the heck happened to the notes section of my D&D Beyond character?
I have no idea.
Gone. I think I have a Google Doc, but it's gone. I don't even see it as an option anymore.
That does happen.
Maybe I had too many notes.
Too many notes?
I like my Google Doc because I can make things bold and color code magic items and certain things.
Yeah.
I'm up to 10 pages of D&D notes, you guys.
Nice.
Gosh.
And there's 2 pictures in there.
D&D's notes.
Oh.
I see everything in your notes. I don't know.
Weird. Oh, weird. I refreshed. I don't know. Maybe it'll.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh, I'm not logged in. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Kick me out.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Well, that makes sense. I feel silly now.
All right. I'm looking at things that I forgot I have, like the handy haversack.
Yeah.
Well, I logged in and I still don't have access to notes. Okay, well, I have a haunted account, so.
That's weird.
Oh well.
I have to refresh it 4 or 5 times. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's what I always do. Just refresh something 4 or 5 times. Just
Yeah.
make it work or something. Like brute force it.
The cash again. That's right.
All right. So you guys are. Why is it? Okay. You guys are exiting and they're making their way over to back to Port Damali with Midrin in tow. A little worse for wear himself, but recovering. But he's following along. Is there anything you guys discuss or go over
with Midrin? Or amongst
yeah.
ourselves?
Or anything?
I mean, like personally, I'm just kind of curious, like how he got wrapped up in that whole mess. Dude, your wife's worried about you.
I can only imagine she is. At this point, it's hard to say. It's hard to trace exactly how it happened, but there was a couple of business deals that seemed off, but not nothing particularly illegal or bad. But the people were. I got bad vibes from them, as it were. But I had nothing really set off alarms, so I just kind of went through with them, and probably let on a couple pieces of information, too much. And one night, I was simply absconded with, and next thing I know, I was in that cell, and they began interrogating me and asking me for more information so that they could run my business, and run the business that they were running underneath it.
Toby's walking around with his lute, singing Uncle Cracker. Like, I don't know. Something along those lines.
You gonna swim through your veins like a fish in the sea? It's Uncle Cracker.
And if you want to leave, I can guarantee you won't find nobody else like me. Yes.
That sounds like a very Toby kind of song.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's from Town Elder Honky.
So you've talked to my wife. She asked you to come find me.
Yeah, Mia's really worried about you. She said, you've been really cranky and just disappear a lot. She said you replaced all your advisors with nefarious people.
And thought that you were out hoeing around.
Yeah.
That's certainly disconcerting. It definitely wasn't me. They seem to have done a good job, whoever it was, in replacing me and impersonating me.
How long do you think you were locked up in that cell?
It's hard to tell. Days bled into nights, and nights bled into weeks. We usually do. There was no light in there, and there was no rest to be had, no true rest. Weeks, I imagine, but I'd spent many of that unconscious rather than sleeping, and when I slept, I was not very restful.
Alright, so you're pretty certain then it's sounding like someone locked you up and impersonated you. Now we need to find out why. Why you?
I can only I mean, I run several. I have a company with several shipping routes coming from here to Marquette, a couple to Tagore. I have intra-continental shipping as well. A couple of the routes and teams that work on that. Also own a couple of businesses here and there. Some minority stakes,
In what exactly?
Well, mostly
States.
Pearls?
Yes, meat lockers. Yes.
Just real pieces of real estate. Sometimes I invest in restaurants and taverns.
Toby doesn't believe in land
So
ownership.
states.
But do I have
Interesting.
correct? Was there anything that you found that they were doing under my name in particular that stood out?
Trying to kill me. That was one thing they were trying to do in a back alley. I forget what that was. One of us was occupied at that time, so it's just me and my kitty friend here. But saw that all happen. There are a lot of questions that are going to be left unanswered until Toby reads the module later and sees how that was supposed to play out.
Midrin, do you have any connection with the Devil's Nook?
I haven't. Not in the past. I mean, I think I heard that name. I've heard of the name, but I've not been there personally. I mean, it's not really something. I must confess, I've thought about it for an anniversary date with my wife. Sometimes you want to spice things up in the marriage. We have fun.
Sounds like the Sybaris here in town.
Hey now.
That's where you go.
But it was just an idea. And why do you ask?
You ever heard of a guy named Malgaloth?
I feel like I do.
A tiefling?
If I do remember, he was definitely not a tiefling. I think I remember a red skin creature. That wasn't quite a tiefling. He just seemed to be taking on a humanoid form.
Uh-oh.
I think the suspicion that we had is that might be the guy that was impersonating you. We heard some information. We tracked some information down to the Devil's Nook and got the hint that guy is a shapeshifter.
Oh, that makes sense. Did he take on another form other than a human? I think I've heard of. I think I've been warned of dealings with devils like that. In business, in this world, in business, in life, when you're making deals, you have to be more mindful. And in the life that we live in, that includes make sure you're not making a deal with a devil.
But yeah, in the back of the Devil's Nook, we found a ledger. Seemed like it was detailing some smuggling that was happening. I don't know what was going on there.
That would be an easy hustle with my connections. I mean, I almost feel like that would be almost too easy of a hustle to go through the trouble of kidnapping. But
what about the Red Hand? Does that name ring a bell?
I cannot say that it does. It could be one of the many, subsets of the oh god, I forgot the word now. the Welcome to DM looks up the lore.
One moment, please.
Yeah,
Alexa,
looks like
look up
this-
the DM lore.
The bass guitars.
Oh, the mirror.
Oh, yeah, here we go. There we go.
One of
Got my
really
sign
quick
ready.
at jogging his. Oh my gosh!
Just that it pulled up right there. It loaded, and it was like one of the entries. But yeah, it could be one of the many factions of the Myriad. Could be a cult of some kind. There's quite a few of those going around. Very hard to say. They usually let the Concord deal with the criminal enterprises.
Okay.
That's
Well,
why
I
we
know
pay
for
them.
certain, in the back of the Devil's Nook in this office, we found a note from the Red Hand to Balgaloth, basically saying they wanted to dispose of you and that your purpose had been served. So, some people probably might come back to get you if they find out that you had escaped. So, heads up, fair warning.
Well, anyway.
will make note of that.
Let's get
I
this
will.
man to his wife.
Yeah.
I will make.
Let's
note of
drop
that,
this man
thank you.
off and leave him alone now.
Exactly.
That's
Once
He
I'm
was
back
broken
home.
when we found him.
Yes, once I am back home, I will take that information and to note, and I will inform my security detail and my guards. I should try not to travel with too much security detail. It makes you feel disconnected. But I guess that
Hey.
comes with the job.
Yeah, we can get you back to your wife. I don't know if there's much else we can tell you.
Nice. Well, yeah, let's get back.
Thanks
I
for
really-
retelling your trauma to us.
Yes. I figure now we got out of that room and we're a little bit of a distance away. It was a little bit easier to kind of like get that out. And I would like to be even further away from that cursed place. We can-
Keep on walking.
Let my blues away.
There was a damn shark in there.
You got a
There's a
shark fin.
I'm never going to trust shark. I'm never going to trust a body of water ever again, because there's
There was a
always a
shark?
chance that there's going to be a shark
There's a shark
in the
building?
shallowest waters. It sounds dumb, doesn't it? That's not where they hang out. Animals that
Was
have
it-
to be constantly moving.
Was it in that room we walked by that we saw that was like full of water or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was also full of dead shark.
Oh,
Here, I've got some. I'll flap around this
fascinating.
flap around this shark fin.
Truly fascinating. That's odd set of circumstances.
I might have to write a song about this shit.
I look forward to hearing it sung at taverns throughout Portimao.
Never trust 4 feet of water, because there might be a shark inside.
4 feet, enough for a shark.
Deep enough to cover my head.
Well, let us be off. Look forward to resting in my own bed.
Yeah, I could use to rest longly.
Yeah. And you walk on. Is there anything else you guys discussed among yourself as you walk towards Port Denali? So.
No.
If I find any pearl diving the cruise, no, now is not the time to go shopping.
That'll be very next day. Well, as you guys walk, you just walk softly. You notice that Midrin is make sure to take in the outside, and it starts to get a little bit. I can't remember the time. It was like the midday when you were there. Yeah, so as you get closer, it's gonna be like in the early evening, maybe that afternoon. It's a nice sun getting low. Nice sky, nice, pretty clear skies. You'd see Midrin is just kind of taking it all in. Like it's enjoying the outdoors for once. And you guys make your way into Portimao. You make your way to their estate. And by the time you get there, it's a little bit into the evening. You approach the gate. The guards look at you with a little bit of shock and surprise, and they open the gate immediately. They called into the house and like, the master is here. The master is here. People kind of walk out. There's some of his one of his staff that goes out there to check on him in his face and medically. I'm fine. I just need to rest. I just need to get in there and get my head into is my Mia here? Where is she? She's on her way, sir. She's on her way.
Boy, governor.
That was a good one.
And then in the doorway, out pops up Mia, and she kind of walks out, takes a couple of steps down, looks at Midrin, a little bit of concern and disbelief. And Midrin looks up at her, and for those that speak Elvish, he kind of lets out a sigh, and in Elvish goes, "My daffodil." And then and she, it also in Elvish, was, "My sunshine."
And I'm just gonna go
It's
to the side.
and Mia kind of runs at him, lunges at him, and embraces him, both with tears in their eyes, just like bawling, and kind of plants a big wet kiss on him, like just like. And when he says, I'll say when he says my daffodil, or for those who don't speak Elvish, he says it's an Elvish thing. You see the immediate recognition in Mia's eyes, like yes, like there's all doubt leaves her eyes, all doubt leaves her expression, and she immediately runs at him. I thought I'd lost. And they kind of like they recover. They kind of like pull themselves together. After ugly crying for a little bit, and they kind of turn to like, oh, you must. Oh yes. Oh, you have brought my love to me, and I am oh so grateful. Would you like to come in for tea? Maybe a plate of food just to celebrate together. We were just about to sit down for dinner.
We can't impose. No, sorry, cannot.
I insist. Come on, I will not let you go without a full belly. And
come on,
of course,
Toby.
My grandmother.
I mean,
without a full belly, and of course, we will take care of the payment as I promised as well.
We would love to stay for dinner. Thank you.
I mean, it's free.
Make space for our
Free
goat
real
and the
estate.
pseudo dragon.
Ooh, lovely creature. It's like
He'll have some tin cans, and pseudo dragon will have whatever mortals having.
yes. And Neil like was like, yeah, the team, and like, yes, of course they're welcome. We can make room for them. They're certainly not the only animals we keep around here.
Hey now.
Well, we have
Where does that?
three. Well, we have three hounds, a couple of birds that we have in our arboretum, and we keep a nice lively home here.
I wonder where's Chavo in all of this?
He's near Solera, presumably,
Okay.
just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, he's chilling with me.
Yeah. We will as long as you promise he doesn't make a mess indoors, we will be glad to have him. Alright, and then like they invite you all in, and you guys have a nice night of really nice fancy food, like really nice fancy food. Some dishes that tell you great Marquesian dishes that you haven't had a chance to eat before. With some really nice wine, really nice wines, and various other beverages as you kind of catch up. Is there anything you guys discuss over dinner before in particular? Yeah. If not, then you guys
Some
have
chit chats.
talk about what you've covered before, and they tell you about they give you their gratitude, and just kind of like just reiterate and elaborate what everything you already kind of you already knew and you already found out, and what you mentioned, and mostly stuff, and mostly other than that, just talk about idle gossip and chit chat about town and things like that. Yeah. As you kind of retired, after dinner, you retire to their seating room for a nightcap, and to discuss they can invite you to the seating room for a nightcap and to get you your payment. Midrin personally made sure. Well, I believe my wife promised you payment. I'm more than glad to compensate you. Well, not for all that you've done for us in getting our life back together. He hands you kind of like a sack, a sizable sack. I see that you will find that it has not only the 1,000 gold that my wife promised you, I believe, but I threw an additional 500 just as a bonus and as a thank you from me.
Wow, thank you.
I will take care of that. I'll throw it into the piggy bank.
And,
So say, banker?
Put it in that bag we found.
Right in my haversack.
Special bag.
Yeah, I saw one of those ruffians carry one of that haversack. This seems handy. I'm glad you're gonna get used to it. No.
It's got pockets.
Yes, it does. And know for one thing, know that as long as you live, you will have a friend among the Port de Mali nobility.
You got a friend.
Cool. Friends are good.
Yes, they are.
This will certainly not come back to haunt anyone.
Yeah.
Yo, dog, I need to crash tonight.
Well, I mean, it is late.
We'll
We have we do have a couple of guests.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
We do have a couple of guest rooms that you can stay for the night. It is pretty late to be going out there trying to carouse another sleeping situation. So if you'd like, you could have them have a couple of rooms ready for you. And,
Toby's already asleep. He's tucked in.
yeah.
There are Z's written above his head. He's good to go.
Summer's gonna have to go pick him up and carry him to his room.
As usual.
I'm put pseudo dragon under my head like a pillow.
As usual.
Be an adorable sight.
Yeah, and there's nothing else that comes up as a needed thing. You kind of you have a couple of nice. You end up staying a couple of nice guest rooms. I'm trying to bring up a simple calendar for Foundry. All right. You have a nice rest. You have a nice long rest in particular.
Hell yeah.
take care of mortals. Long rest.
It's been a long rest.
That moment when you accidentally close Firefox, and that was where
Getting
you
from
window
there to here. That was my solution too.
Mortal appreciates this long rest.
No, there are so many squares that no longer have red dots on them. I am actually a functioning bard.
Yes.
I don't see the option in D&D Beyond for the long rest. It looks like it has also disappeared.
Dude, how are you having issues?
Dude,
What browser are you using?
Firefox.
Do you have any weird extensions?
I went ahead and,
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. It's weird.
Yeah, I went ahead and did the long rest for you.
Unlock this one thing. Thank you, Petey.
Very strange. We will have to. You turn this computer on to Space Truck and to D&D.
Basically.
And I'm over here like monkeying with my friend Reginald and editing him. And you're over there with your clean, crisp, like got bubble wrap on a computer, and it's just a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to play games with you guys and play Gwent because I've done everything else in The Witcher 3, so I've resorted now to just doing all the Gwent things.
Yeah. I need to go back in there to Witcher 3 because I either need to figure out how I can beat. I barely started it. Hey, I'm trying my best here.
That is a perfect laugh track. Timestamp that. That could make it to the soundboard.
Yes.
Someone clip that.
Yes.
Did you say that you couldn't make it past the griffin at the beginning?
Yeah,
right?
I was like, and I think I was like trying to figure out how to beat it and trying to figure out the trick to beating it. And then I think what I tried doing was like going off and doing something else to see if I could like level up. That's
just gotta tell Gerald to pull out his silver sword, and then I gotta get back in there.
Maybe what you can do, Petey, is sometime stream that, and I'll join you like on Discord.
Yeah.
And voice chat with you and give you tips.
Yeah, we can do like something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that first boss is like stupid hard, and especially with all the controls, it can be like a little overwhelming. Yeah, I got stuck on that one for a while.
Yeah. I might do that.
Yeah.
Might like we can do like a hangout and watch me play Witcher. A Let's Watch.
Oh yeah.
Which watch?
Which watch, yeah.
But yeah. Wishy-washy. Got that. That's a Pokemon, Wishy-washy. I only know this because I watched Jeremy Dooley's Pokemon card openings, and they were like
Hot Garbodor.
And they're like, it'd be like the rare is a Wishy-washy. Like the curse is the Wishy-washy. But yes, you guys get your long rest. Your long rest. Schlong rest is what Solero got at Solero got a schlong rest at the Devil's Nook.
He got the opposite of one of those.
Yeah.
You should have taken some hit points for that.
I was just soaking, guys. It wasn't.
Yeah, you're.
It was, there was a workup, and then there was a de-stressing as well. So it all came out in the wash.
Our friends in Utah will know all about soaking.
It didn't come out in the wash. Ask Bill. 90s humor, guys.
Yeah.
We're just a bunch of topical millennials here. except for one. Not barely count.
Yeah, he's a boomer.
He's a
Might as
boomer
well be.
zoomer. Boomer zoomer. Alright, so you guys have your nice evening rest. You wake up, you actually get for those that like them, you get a nice bath in the morning as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna try to see if I can get in there and check the calendar. But you guys are back.
Yes, what's the lunar calendar look like? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Trying to check out a couple of things.
Something like conflict.
Wow. It's a wow. Wow.
I got a 2%. Yes. Werewolf. That's another song that Toby can learn to play if we're gonna bring up werewolves.
The werewolves.
I
Werewolf.
God, MST3K and my childhood. I can never hear werewolf. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
What a fantastic time.
Yeah. Fantastic time to be alive. Alright, so you guys have the day to yourselves. What would you like to do? So you have at this point, so that was, let's see, that was now it is, if I remember correctly, oh, it should be. Yeah, now it should be that day was the day of the full moon, I believe. So
Toby won a pearl necklace. I need to trade in my puka shells for something a little more luxurious, because I need those.
Yes. So, if you guys, are you guys gonna do any kind of like shopping for supplies? You have a couple days, or you have mostly as much time as you need, but you guys are planning on in a couple days heading out to possibly to stop by Gordon on your way to investigate that town up north to find out any info on Roundabout Gin.
Guys, if you got any shopping you need to do, let me just tell you where our current cash flow. We've got 20 platinum, 3,404 gold, 478 silver, and 547 copper.
Sounds like a bank we could invest.
Good. An NFT. You need to get some digital crypto.
The OCD in me, like, I would like to buy 9 arrows if that's possible.
I need to buy rope. I left mine with the guy tied up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to do a little bit of shopping. That'd be nice.
A weird amount of arrows, but 9 would be nice.
I need some darts.
30 is a round number. I'm weird.
Yeah, so you can definitely, I would say, you can easily find, because now that you kind of like are familiar with the town, you can easily find most of your basic supplies. Let me see if I can find all my notes. Oh, I know. You can find the basic supplies, the non-major, like the adventure supplies, at cost. So if you kind of want to like buy a rope or arrows, you can buy those at value. Just kind of keep track of money. On your own,
Just
or
everybody go and buy stuff and let me know how much I need to subtract.
Yeah. Just tell Brett.
We play it straight here on Through the Tomes.
So for those things, let's see.
9.45 gold pieces.
9.4. I can do that. Remove.
More girl script.
This cost says 1.05, so
Hey,
Okay, session.
I mean, we have nickels and dimes of the fantasy world, so we can do this. If exchange rates work the way.
I will say if you can go up to the thing, they calculate, and they say, I'll give it to you for 80 then. This is like 8 gold even. And they'll take that.
8. Alright.
They're like,
$1.50 off. And I don't see anything while I'm in this weapon shop. I don't see anything that sparks my fancy.
not in this one, but we can look around for a particular magic shop. But you find the first place you find is mostly like a general supply shop.
We probably should pick up some potions, seeing that we all have money and we all have space, and we all are going to...
Oh, that's probably a good idea. Well, we got some potions.
How much does a greater healing go for these days?
Let's see. What did I say?
Does not show the cost on... Probably have to go to a place that has, an old dude with a beard. Maybe wears a robe. Hangs out with the Lord.
Yes. I love that both the 2 notes, one by me and one by somebody else in the calendar.
Oh.
I don't know when I said I was closing. Okay, let me go back to Word. Let's see. That's a luthier. Let's see. Yeah,
I might need to find a luthier if we've got one.
Yes.
Somebody who can enchant my lute with the power of rock.
Let's see. So, as you kind of like run around through the shopping district in Portamale, fine. As I go onto and I forgot to name drop something earlier on that I was gonna, but mostly as a tease for the future. I have to open up Steam for it. Let me see. Prolong. Yes. What is the name?
Bass guitars.
Yeah, hold up the sign, Daisy.
You need to get a fidget spinner and attach it to the back of that so you can spin it around and move it in and out or like a newspaper spin.
Also,
laminate this or something, but
also bass talk with Squiggles and Brett, but not Drew
The one person
The
who
basis.
who is one of those things and only that thing.
Yes.
I want to
Hey,
make a new sign.
hold on. I'm not only that thing. I also have played tuba and trombone. But mostly bass.
You know what, Drew?
You hang
Just
out McClellan.
tell people you only play bass.
Yeah.
Look, man.
Yes.
T-shirt tucked in jeans playing lap steel, man. You can get off my back for being a fucking trombone dork.
Yes.
Hey,
You are not welcome.
we can have tuba talk anytime you want. Like, this Selmer's pretty awesome. It's like a bass guitar, but more mouthy and wet.
Let me do that old
I get wet.
Rob Paravonian bit about Pachelbel's canon and how dumb it is to play on tuba.
It's dumb to play on anything.
Yeah, it's one of the worst.
And you find it everywhere. You lift up a rock and you're like, oh, you could have picked any other chord progression.
Is this pop punk in the early 90s? Nope. It's Pachelbel.
Yeah.
Is this MacArthur?
Nope.
Spark is melting in the dark. All that sweet green icing's running down. Someone left a cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again.
Side note as we're all
no.
Petey, I think I put the good drinks from Critical Role in Discord a while ago.
Yeah.
That same guy made the bad drinks as well.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I gotta sit down and check it out. Yeah. Oh my god, I can only imagine. There's been some like weird concoctions. Speaking of concoctions, so as you kind of wander around, you find a place with kind of like a nice like rustic building, very nice odd shapes with like some nice like herbs and fungus like hanging around out on the outside of the building.
Herbs and fungus.
Exactly.
I know who's going to live here.
And with a sign that says Conal's Concoctions. So it's like,
I've done that.
bless you. Drop it into the.
For now.
Okay. There you go. Put the name in the game chat. What else? Stack chat.
So what's the best way you think we could do this? Is it more like are they gonna have like a menu? Or am I gonna ask for things and you're gonna say, nah, ain't got it?
We can see you can walk in. You walk in and it's a very like earthy aroma inside. Really nice like simple furnishings with a counter. And you see an elven man kind of like just kind of like working on a couple of pots and cauldrons in the back, and like looking over a few things, monitoring, maybe dropping an ingredient here and there. Like, he turns to you and he's a very lithe slightly taller wood elf, but very kind features, very softer features than you would expect from an elf in general. But that you have.
What it is, my fey dude?
Well, wonderful to meet you. Welcome to Canal's Concoctions. I'm Canal Gilfield. Welcome to my place. What can I help you with, my friend?
We would like to get some potions. We are adventurers that get ourselves into too much trouble and would like to have beverages that help us out.
Ah, yes. Is there anything that you had in mind?
Other than possibly some potions of healing, of whatever strengths that you have available. I don't know. Maybe if there's some bull strength or bear's endurance, or any of such things, I think we might be in the market.
Ah, yes. Well, I certainly have potions of healing. We have a multitude. We have a nice steady supply of potions of healing, of your standard strength. Let me see.
You got that good stuff?
If you're looking for
that private reserve?
Give me some of that good stuff.
Are you looking for greater healing?
Greater healing would be greater.
Alright, so let me get that up here.
It's about a potion of greatest.
We have we pulled out a box. We have just in here in the supply we have about 8 bottles of potions of greater healing. And we do have a few more I can look up. So we're gonna keep that many here at the ready. And
that's a lot of trouble if you need to have more than that around. So I get it.
Yeah. But we have a few in the store, and we have a few more ready to finish brewing. Give it another day or so, but that's a future supplies. But we have these here. They are. Okay.
I'm gonna do some bard shit. You just watch me.
I just wanted to do some bard shit with my friends.
I mean, if we're gonna do store, I might as well do some store shopping, like a bard. He pulls out the comic buyer's guide. Like, well, they're going right now for about. That's the variant cover.
Let's see. Alright, so we do have a few in supply, so I could definitely have them out the door for about 150 each.
If I buy your whole stock, do you think you could give me a bit of a bulk pricing? Can I roll a persuasion?
How many are you in need of? What are you thinking of?
The infinite need. But as of right now, I'm happy taking your entire stock.
Let's see. I can give you. Pull 2 more out from the back, and I'll give you 10. Normally it'd be 1,500. Would you take? Let's see. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Yeah.
All right. Let me just click on this. I rolled a 21. I can certainly see that you need it. But consideration. But I'd rather get it to somebody who's not there. Who's gonna need it, and if you have that much of a pressing need for that many pretty healing potions, I'd rather you have them and you would come back. Yes, that the return customer. You can count on me coming back if I don't die. Would you be willing to have 10 of them for which a normal price would be 1,500? Would you take them for 1,000 for 10 greater healing potions? Sure. Can you break some platinum? No. I got it. 1,000? Yeah, absolutely. That is worth it. Yes. Okay. I'm going to remove that. I'll let you count your coins and I will be back, but I will go ahead and grab those 2 healing potions. All right. So, of the 8, I'm going to start distributing them amongst everyone. Yeah. So he brings out 2 more to add to the 8. And he brings it into a 10. And you were looking for other notable potions. Yeah. What do we got? Of the standard ability score modifying, the ostrich's legs, the bear's stubbornness. Probably have something. Cat's flexibility. Well, he puts down the potions. Let me search our stuff. So, tell me a little bit about your party. What are some of your biggest strengths, and what would you say would be your biggest opportunities as a party?
What's your mother's maiden name?
I'm pretty sure that our biggest need is strength. Guys, let's see. None of us have a strength as our number one kind of thing, so I'm guessing that's probably a thing that we could use more than we need. Let's say dexterity. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but you can say, wonderful to meet you all. Let's see you come in. You can see trickle in as we were speaking. Mind the goat. He's with us. This is wonderful for goats. And he pulls out some greens, some really nice green. Hell yeah. A block of
The druid isn't with us. We don't need anything.
But it's a little ball of various vegetable leaves and things like that he has in hand. He'll love this. He drops it in front of Chavo, and Chavo just kind of munches all upon it.
has a ton of the nutrients that goats absolutely die for. Absolutely full. Just let me go ahead and look at our reserves. Talk amongst yourselves. I will be back. Let's see.
All right, so. Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. You just kind of running around.
So basically,
if anybody doesn't have potions of greater healing in their inventory, let me know. Who doesn't have any? Okay, so you now have 2 of them. Solero, you got any in your inventory? You got 2 now.
As in
Mortal, does Mortal have any?
Let me see. Mortal.
How do I put it in the D&D Beyond?
You should be able to add.
Click on the manage inventory button when you're in your inventory. You see, like on the right hand side under your money.
And you should be able to type potion of healing, and then it'll be 1, greater. It should.
Okay.
So 44 plus 4 goodness, and you got 2 of them.
You can also, I also love that they added the ability to, mortals like, I don't currently have potions of greater healing.
Here you go, have a couple.
Oh, wonderful.
Good. Here you go, as I hand them over with my hobbity hands. And then I'm gonna save some for our happy hippie when we come back around to him, and I'll hang on to any of the other ones. So 2, 4, 6, yeah, that works out.
Yes. And it's like
seeing that I've got a haversack.
You see him clanging around. Mundane.
Bass guitar.
On it.
Crisp new sign.
Yeah. Let's see.
We need a get out of trouble potion, and we probably need more than 1 each.
Get out of trouble.
Get out of here.
I thought that's what you said. I thought you were making a joke.
I'm not that terrible.
You set yourself up.
I earlier today was talking on the Shift F1 Discord about how IndyCar drivers are being filled up, their seats are being filled with F1 drivers, and I said, why not both ways? And somebody in the Discord said, that's because once you IndyCar, it's hard to get out the car. and that wrecked me for like a good. I'm still hurting because of that one.
You did come in and tell me.
Discord?
A lot of people told him that he will burn in hell for that one, and yes, because once they get IndyCar, it's hard to get out DCAR. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a pretty good one, I gotta say.
Yeah. I do not have that terribleness inside of me. I can't do that.
As someone who pre-showed a nuts joke.
Yes. Yeah.
I appreciate a good dumb nut.
Yes. I was like, I've got a couple good ones. And it comes out. Yes.
A couple of good these nuts jokes? What?
He brings out a picture of Reese with her spoon and then goes, now wait until you see the second one without it.
Jeez. So he goes out, there's a couple of bottles, and one of them, you see, one of them is a bottle, Inside it's a transparent liquid, and inside there's a sliver of a way too big, seemingly fingernail.
Okay.
He's like, yes. This is a potion of hill giant strength. This is a genuine hill giant fingernail.
I mean, bull strength is a few hairs or a pinch of dung
Yes.
from a bull. So, a hill giant strength.
Yes. Well,
probably going to be just as gross.
But once you get past the taste, you will find yourself stronger than 2 common strength men. So, in other words, 21 strength.
Yeah,
strength
for an hour.
For an hour. So that's that. That's that. And I have this one. Not just because they're near each other in alphabetical order, but I found that they would be really useful for you. As you can see, so it's a mainly clear liquid, but there's a tiny bead in it that kind of has a color red, kind of like permeates a red color in the liquid that grows bigger and then contracts. Like,
Gross.
It is. This is a potion of growth. When you drink this, you gain the enlarge effect. Depending on your luck, how many hours, but 1 to 4 hours, depending on how it works out. But should be hopefully if I work the concoction well, it should be the higher of that. But it's hard to tell until you try it,
Well, you certainly don't see these uncommon potions every day. How much is the damage on these?
Potion of growth. I would say that's very. It's very useful, but probably very incidental. But might become useful in the right circumstances. So I'd let that go for 100 gold. The hill giant strength. That one will run you about 150.
Cool. I'm going to give you 20 platinum and 50 gold.
Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. You take some money, you can take the 2 potions.
Alright, I'm gonna hang on to these in the bag, but I will be these are going in the community chest. Now I'm done spending all of your guys' money. So if you guys need anything, we still have plenty, but I'm gonna be done spending it all by myself single-handedly.
Yes. Yes. Well, is there anything else you find folk would like to inquire about?
Kitty lady?
I mean, I'm thinking. I don't.
Goat master?
As far as potions, I can't think of anything.
Any other kind of like slightly magical goodness? It's one of those you only know what you need when you need it.
Yeah, I mean, we have a great stock. It's easier to understand. I mean, we have everything from a filter of love to a potion of comprehension. We have things like that. I'm still working on some really particular beautiful concoction creative stuff, but those are very rare, and I still am experimenting. So right now I do have quite a few options.
Do you have anything that would turn a person invisible?
I cannot say that I have it right now, but I can begin work on it. I have some of the supplies coming in for that. If I remember correctly, I have some of the supplies coming in for that from Marquette. And I will begin working on a couple of those. Those take a little bit of time and work, but it can be done. A potion of invisibility. It would be quite expensive, if I'm being honest.
I'm just, just curious.
Expensive?
Well, I would have to it depends on how. Like I said, I'm still waiting on the supplies. I'm still waiting on when the material comes in. Whatever it takes for me to procure them, and how much work it takes for me to make how many potions will set the price going forward. So, unfortunately, I cannot give you an estimate because those are very rare. But I know that I am working on it. And that's one of my long-term goals. Semi-long-term goals. We have some really long-term goals. And some extra long-term goals.
And everybody needs goals. That's cool.
Yes, I have that cauldron over there, right there, set aside just for that. And he points to like an empty cauldron all the way in the back. One of them, and you see that there's a couple that are just kind of topped up, that are just pretty pristine and nice all the way in the back, seemed unused at the moment. That you kind of tell them like those are for they're particularly well designed and well ornate, so those must be for like the important big potions. If there's nothing else, I will go back to my work, and you may enjoy the indoors as you feel need. But I will be doing
Toodles.
Goodbye and
bang. It's all
right.
a joke for me and a joke.
We solved. We solved one issue, which is what do we do when we run out of spells? We need to heal.
Yes.
Does anybody need other things? Like, I know you need arrows. That's easy.
I already bought that stuff. We went to a shop before.
Oh wait, yeah. We took the money out already. Yeah. I'm ready to not be in a store anymore. Maybe Dungeon and or Dragon.
Yes.
Even though this is the authentic Dungeons and Dragons, don't be fooled at home.
Yeah.
Being in general store is half the battle.
Exactly. I'd like to procure a map. If we're going to be traveling up north, I'd like a map of the at least this area of the continent.
Well, let's go find our cartographers. Gotta.
Place. I think I saw a place, and then he's like he thinks for a second, points to a direction. It's over this way.
Only we had a map.
Yes. I remember. Like he kind of bolts in with purpose, and Mortal kind of like flopping his feet on the pavement in the way he kind of like. I swear, it's like it's his very deliberate portal stride, but he gets a stride. But he gets a good speed going, like normal, normal speed going. It's just like it's very like deliberate, but he gets good purpose. So it's like, but yeah, you all make it to Thurnborough's Maps and More.
What's the more?
That's easy to find. So you guys walk in, and
Oh hell yeah! Toby's on a mission.
And
I knew a Thurnborough. I went to school with a Thurnborough.
you walk in, it's like, oh yes, you see, it's like a figure. What is this? I've forgotten what. Let's say it's a dwarf. Yeah, see a dwarf with like with like these spectacles on her face, and wild hair, a little bit of like I would say a 5 o'clock shadow on her, like she normally does shave somewhat regularly, but there's a little bit of a scruff right now, as if she kind of gets busy to her work. This is like, yes, customers, welcome to my shop. Welcome to Thurnborough's Maps and More. I'm Alfreda Thurnborough. Thornborough. Oh, it's Thornborough.
I'm waiting for that experience like you had in Batman Arkham, like one of the Arkham games where it'd be Nolan North talking to Nolan North. Just different characters. So I can't wait for PD to talk to PD.
Yes. What can I help you find folks with? Well, we would like a map of northern Wildmount, northern Menagerie Coast. Kind of help us get around.
If you have one of those treasure maps with the big X, like, and a little dotted line, we'll take any of those you got.
Well, well, I do have credit.
I kid.
Yes.
No. We actually need the map.
Well, we have a maps. We don't have two treasure maps per se, but some say the treasure is a discovery in and of itself.
Hey, cartography is a treasure in its own.
Exactly. We have
If it weren't for Descartes, I would not be measuring the area of this parabola.
Yes.
Adventurers. Maybe we should get into map making. That'd be like a really adventure focused. Like let's just like drive around in a square manner, like over and over. Somebody's got to do it. Got to know where to put the sea serpent at.
Well, okay. So,
Fizzle to my lips. Yarhahar.
But all right, and she walks through some of the supplies. So, what are you thinking area-wise? What do you think? And like they go back and forth. I'm like, well, I kind of want to cover this area most north. Don't really need Islecross. Mostly just the coast. And up to
Mortal, don't get that one. That's a Mercator map. That's gonna screw everything up. We need a.
I gotcha. Yes. Yes, this one. And she pulls us like a case with everything in this case. Or she pulls out a scroll, big scrolled up parchment. And you can already see like colors in there, and I need to like write that twice. But as she unfurls it, on it, she kind of like sets out a table where she had kind of like some work going on. Because I forgot to describe inside. It's you're in the store. It's a fairly sizable interior, and it feels like the whole thing is the workspace. There doesn't seem to be like a counter and like a behind area or front area. It just seems like a workspace with scrolls and maps everywhere. And like the table is in the center, and there's like writing areas and drafting areas in certain the store. There's a door to the back, but you see a lot of things in there. But there's a giant table, like ye olde shop table in the center. You know, like you would have her workspace, and that's where she kind of like drafts things and works on things. So she kind of like pushes these like various papers and pens and things like to the side to make a semblance of a space to set the map out. And yeah, she scrolls it out, and it's a very nice detailed map with some of the area with roads that and pathways and ideal roads and and names of different areas and you know, like nice little illustrations of the towns and you know, ideal pathways, you know, typical
the Rand
traditional
McNally
roads.
whatever the year is in that. Yeah.
It's pretty detailed, pretty put together there. Yes. This will get you all the way up to north, and you see that as far as you can tell. Let me see if I can. It is pretty much as detailed as the map of the Menagerie Coast is in the book, or like the let's see, Narrow Valley.
Oh, hey, they put a KOA down here.
Yeah, with a little bit of. Let me see. Let me see the comment of Walnut. So you can see almost all the way to almost all the way to
San Jose.
Stone Cage, pretty much all the way up to the Stone Cage Cliffs. It includes a little bit of the mountain range, a little bit of the mountain range that divides it includes the mountain range next to Gordon and north. You can see some drawings of the Festival Pool. You see the Doral Woods, things like that. Basically, the map that you see in Explorer's Guide to Walnut of the Menagerie Coast, just kind of like that area of just the Menagerie Coast, but included. Like if you look at the Menagerie Coast map, it also includes Stone Cage Cliffs. Yeah. Give me one moment. I really need to tinkle.
Does Mortal know how to use a sextant and a compass?
I believe he does.
Bass guitars.
Actually, I don't have bass guitar talk, but we do have Ryzen computer talk.
We do have Ryzen computer talk.
Those are tiny computers. There we go. We got zeros. We got ones.
Oh my gosh. You were ready. Oh man.
I'm ready. Adding my
For a moment, I didn't think those were lines of zeros and ones. I thought a couple of them were. Okay, so there's a couple that are just lines of ones, and I thought it was like lines in a field, and I was like, why is the Tech Talk thing look like football in the background?
My gosh, it's funny.
It's real lost.
It's the matrix that we are a part of. The steak tastes awesome. So Ryzen, your Ryzen computers, like you've got like 60 watts of computer CPU.
Yeah. And I can't mess with any of it right now because I've been just using my HDMI capture card.
Yeah.
I do have a portable monitor in the other room that I could go grab if I really wanted to. But also my desk is such a disaster right now. I'm a bit loath to add more to the clutter without cleaning up some.
Yeah. I know how that is.
At least I finally got rid of the stupid Windows XP computer that I finally listed on eBay. I'm like, hey, it doesn't work. I don't know why you would want this, but, maybe it's easy to fix. Maybe it's a graphics card. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. You could buy it to practice reflowing SMD parts.
Or you could, fill it with firecrackers and blow it up.
You could do that.
Probably the only reason that we haven't done it is because we don't have firecrackers to blow up Windows XP computers. So,
raise a good point.
You sure?
So, what's the first terrible thing you're going to do with one of those machines? And which one are you going to do what with?
So the HP computer, that's going to be the MAME box. So that I've been trying to install Arch Linux onto, and the latest roadblock, or really the main roadblock, everything else was me just okay, what does this option mean? Is that the real-time clock, it's not working, so I'm wondering if it's maybe a problem in the HP, BIOS, UEFI configuration itself, so I need to dig into that. And the Lenovo is going to be the home, the Docker server, basically.
Hell yeah. All those containers.
Container.
You don't need virtual machines for everything. No, you've got Docker.
Exactly.
You got a pair of Dockers.
That's right.
A whale of a time with Docker.
What is Daisy Notes?
Daisy worked in tech forever.
Yeah.
She's just recently in marketing.
Yeah.
I know a lot of terms. I don't really know, specifics about some things like RabbitMQ.
Gotcha.
And, I don't know, stuff. Regex.
You know more machine learning and intelligent capture and neural processing than buzzwords than I do.
Yes.
Kubernetes, everybody.
Alright.
Still need to listen to Space Jazz, the album.
Alright. Okay, so,
That was Tech Talk.
Gotta cast my Kubernetes.
Brett and Squiggles.
with,
Another cute animal in Discord.
nice. Alright, so she lays out the map and Mortal admires it and this map, it'll, you like it? It'll run you about 20 gold. Take care of that. It's yes, I've got it. And,
I got you. Let me spot you.
You sure?
Done. Flip. You've earned it.
Okay. He was, these wonderful details. I love a good map. It opens up the world, lets you feel connected to your travels, feels connected to where you're going.
Wait,
Yes.
is that Mortal's thing then, or?
Yes, that's Mortal's Mortal's yes.
Hey, Mortal, while you're here, might as well get a tube to throw this in. Might as well take care of your investment.
Yeah. Don't worry. That is included. Let me get it right here.
Hell yeah. Bag and board that shit.
Really?
That
No.
with the case, with a map case for it. This one includes this case with our with my little engraving on there. This is my design. Um, so hopefully you'll enjoy this. This should be able to house a couple more maps in there, depending on how you scroll them up. So you should be able to use this in the future for other maps that you may acquire. And hopefully, as you go around exploring, you think of our little shop here. This Mortal kind of like scrolls up the map after admiring it for a little bit more. Scrolls it up and puts it into its case. Closes it up. This is going to be wonderful. Thank you. You've been of great help. Like,
Hell yeah.
If you are back in Portamali, I presume you are off traveling, but if you ever make your way back to Portamali, you need more maps. You know who to go to. Point those two thumbs to yourself. Just ask old Alfreda. Kind of like he looks up at you guys, except for Toby, who looks right across as if she's a dwarf and you're a halfling.
I stand on my tippy toes and get tall, and I can see close to eye to eye.
Yeah. Never looks down at you, just looks right at you. Well, enjoy your travels, and may they be prosperous and fulfilling.
Thank you. Summer's been distracted looking around at all the cool stuff.
Yeah, basically it's like a whole bunch of like you can see stocks of cartographer supplies, things like that, and in piecemeal and in like sets. There's books of like encyclopedias, and like travel books, like books in certain areas, in their histories, which you've seen before. Quite a few of them, in the library as well, but they're in really nice ones. A lot of later edition ones and a lot of like later edition ones, but not some of them even later edition that you've seen in the library. Most of them are like are pretty familiar. And yeah, you see that like the more is just like all of like travel things, and then and a few travel supplies, mundane travel supplies as well. But that encompasses the maps and more.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mystery solved. I found out what the more was.
Yes. Alright. Alright. So, what else do you all get down to? What other kind of shenanigans?
Is there a clown to get down with?
I am the clown. I have the disguise fit.
Yes. Let me get back in there. Okay. Alright, so I presume that unless there's anything in particular, at least until he comes back, I presume.
Gotta fill his water carafe.
Yes. Water cocktail.
That's right. For when you need a little, but you need a lot of it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I presume that you guys are gonna just wait until Lucius gets back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll let him finish his spirit journey. I've got things for him.
He took all the Panama Red, guys. Oh no.
What?
But he did leave us some jerky, so yay.
I've got some shark jerky drying out in my bag.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Panama Red.
Oh, wait.
I've heard he'll steal your woman. Then he'll rob
And
your head.
then your head's gonna get robbed.
Yeah. Oh man. I wonder why the music stopped is because the founder is being a little unresponsive. But yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of things are migrating. Oh, alright, let me double check the dates. So you kind of go about your usual goings on. So that was the what was it? Vidar, and then the Wednesday equivalent.
Hump day.
Can't hear that without thinking of your mom
Yeah,
being like
of course.
so into
That's
that
the old
stupid
time.
part. Yeah.
That is like that is terrible, but it's even worse when it has the context of
What day is today?
My mother was coming off of anesthesia after something. No, my brother was, and my mother was making references to that commercial, and my brother has not watched a television in like 30 years. I had no clue he was like confused by my mother so much, and yeah. That's some Audrey
amazing.
shit right there.
Yes. So yeah, that was
What
that.
day is today?
That was Wilson of the 30th of Brussendar. And then you have your next day, the 31st. It's just a nice summer breeze day. Beautiful feeling. And then finally on Folsom, the first of Sidenstar. Lucius makes his way back into town. What does Lucius do immediately back getting into town?
God, I wish I could remember. I should have, if I had realized, I probably wouldn't have, but if I had realized this was the day, I would have thought about going and listening to this solo episode.
2.5 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we did anything, but
I probably, so I don't remember. I mean, I kind of remember what happened. But I probably wander in and just start by going back to where we had been staying from. We had been staying at one inn. I don't know if I have that written down or not.
Was it the Star Stream? Sorry.
It may have been that, or it may have been if we went somewhere after that. I don't remember. But I would go.
You've been staying since then, other than that, yeah. So that's been where you I think, unless you specified another place, that's where you've been staying. That's where they've been staying.
Okay. Let's see if I. So, wherever it is, like, I had been at an inn. I bundled all my stuff to make it easy for them to transport, and then I, hooked it out of town. Not literally.
Yeah.
And so I would go back there first and see if they're still there, and if not, did they say where I might find them?
Yeah. Yes, I believe that's where they would have been staying, and kind of like, and I presume they're able to keep track of your stuff. Yeah, you just kind of meet up. You see, I'm gonna say, lunchtime.
Okay.
Or no, breakfast time. You make it there in the morning one day, and as you guys are eating breakfast, Lucius walks in to the Starscream Serene, and a little bit dirty, but not too badly because he does groom himself as best as he can out there.
His natural state.
Yes.
Yeah.
which is a deliberately slightly dirty but very well groomed.
Yeah, I take a lot of care to look like I took no care.
Exactly.
Oh, one of those people. Okay.
Yes. Exactly.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. He walks in. He joins them. They're.
Oh,
seated.
look, breakfast.
Oddly, he managed to keep himself not as stinky as you would assume he would be after all these days.
I mean, there are streams
Exactly.
running around.
So he's just like, for some reason, he doesn't like smell like he's been staying in the woods for several days. And like, he's a little unkempt, but just the right kind of unkempt. Right. Oh, yeah.
Says, when I am empty, please refill me promptly.
Yes. Yeah, he joined you guys for breakfast. Is there anything you guys go over and discuss?
Hey, I got something for you.
Oh, really?
I reach into my, hey, look at this thing. I got one of these. And I reach into my haversack. And I go up, and I stick my arm comically down inside of it, almost in a Mary Poppins-like manner. I pull something that's useless and throw it over my shoulder. It shouldn't be in there. And then, here they are. And then I pull out, in between my fingers, I pull out two potions of greater healing. Being like, yeah, you might need these.
So he gives you 2 potions of greater healing.
Now, DM, please remind me, should I be adding this to my forge or D&D Beyond?
D&D Beyond if you'd like, if you want to do it easier that way. Probably easier to do it that way.
What do you think?
I'm probably going to re-import everything into a fresh world, as it were, of Foundry.
Gotcha.
Start from scratch. I gotta do that work. Yeah, go ahead and add that. And you guys just,
awesome.
have your idle breakfast chit chat.
I'm going to explain that I have other potions as well, so that in context of adventures in the future, it is community knowledge of what I can get strong and I can get big, or any other person can do that, but they'll get bigger.
Yes.
Potion of greater healing?
Yep.
2 of them.
2. And in those couple of days, does anybody try the 2 rings and like try them on and like you do and identify them the old-fashioned way?
I gave those to Toby, so
Yeah. They say that I am wearing them, but I did not put them on.
Did you? Did you want to? Did Toby want to buy a couple pearls?
Do I even? It's just more the cost.
Yeah, if you wanted to like, just
thing.
go through the trouble of like just say you bought a couple of pearls and for a couple $100, a couple $100 gold,
do it.
and identified them.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll let you deduct the cost.
I did it.
Yeah.
So hey, it's a ring of jumping and a ring of swimming.
Cool.
And you kind of like read off the descriptions.
While wearing this ring, you can cast the jump spell as a bonus action at will.
Might as well.
But you can only target yourself. And with this other ring, you can have a swimming speed of 40 feet. That's better than mortal.
Oh, yep. Mm. Does anybody?
I've also got this other thing in my pocket. I don't know where it's at. I have another ring that's like asking for an attunement, but I don't know.
Can I get that ring of the swimming?
I'm sure. I don't plan on having.
Yeah. So you go ahead and Toby can move it, and then Summer, you can add the ring of swimming into your inventory.
I had another ring. I don't know what happened to it.
A ring of gestures, maybe?
Yeah. Oh, that's the other.
Yeah.
Well, there was one that needed like attunement or something, but yeah, whatever. We're good. Have this swimmy ring, my kitty friend.
Cool, thank you. That seems like a thing that could be handy.
This ring of leaping. Lemur's leap.
Forward leaping?
It was crafted by the great Zabu Mafu.
I keep finding these mellow cream pumpkins that don't have green tops, they're just pure orange.
So they just taste like terrible.
Oh, this tastes like candy corn.
I think they're better than candied corn because they're usually softer.
They don't get stale
as quickly. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
We should put a bovid in there.
Right. Protect your passion.
Exactly.
Probably at least 0.65 water activity in these, so
yeah.
are good.
All right. And as you guys impart and distribute and have your breakfast and catch up, unless you guys have anything in particular, you guys just kind of have a nice talk about what you've been doing, the adventures you've been having. I don't know what does Lucius say about his trip?
I'm not sure because I think we haven't been. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm putting either too much or not enough thought into this. Of like, we've been together long enough that I can't imagine that this is the first time this has happened, unless the moon cycles are just super slow in this world.
It's once a month.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
If it was slower, the months would be longer.
Right. Well, how long? No. So, yeah.
So it's something
Do
Yeah,
I
I'll just say
know
I-
your lycanthrope?
What's that?
Do I know about your lycanthropy?
No.
That's what I'm not sure about.
It's something you if you have ever hinted at it, or you just say that once a month you kind of take a couple of days to yourself.
I go out and
Yeah.
have a good howl.
Right. Probably that's what it is still at this point of like, once a month I like to go camping. I like to do minimalist camping. You can see well at night when there's a full moon. I will mention that I ran into an old friend, though.
He just mentioned that as a friend. He says all that. And yeah, you guys have your breakfast as you usually do. Your little catch up after you guys after he gets back from his camping trip.
And there was a shark.
A shark?
It was dumb. It almost ate me.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, it was like it just felt like there was a hole in that ruin. Oh, weird.
Never trust water. That's what I have to say.
That's why I don't swim too much. I like to stay on wet sand. That's about as good, close to the ocean as I like to get. Sitting on wet sand. And then you guys enjoy your breakfast, hanging out as a band and as friends. And we finish up this episode of Through the Tones. You guys together again, ready to set off on your next adventure.
Together? Again?
We're doing fun together.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for hanging out with us for another edition of Through the Tomes. Be sure to check out the channel and follow us here at Rebelli TV on Twitch, as well as Rebelli TV on YouTube. Subscribe to us there. Be sure to check out all the episodes at thetomes.com, where we have the episodes in the show notes, and I got to make sure I have that updated. If it's not all the way caught up, it will be soon. But it should have the episodes up there and episode notes and links to things and links to the adventures that we use and links to things we shout out, especially things like breweries and distilleries and things like that. Because I've been starting to add those things as well. Exactly. Shout out to Takis.
Shout out to off-brand talkies as well.
Yeah, I mean, those are the real star of the show.
Exactly. But yeah, you hold on to your off-brand Takis and bring back next time. Be sure to hang out with us for more adventure. But yeah, until next time. Hasta luego.
Toodaloo.
Bye-bye.
Hashtag man Luke.
Fighting.
My favorite. My favorite Pokemon. Lick a tungsten.
Yes.